Hi, this is Erin Johnson with OutstandingOhio.com. I'm here today with another Making It Monday, helping you to make something great. And today I'm going to show you how to make your own coasters. These could make great gifts for the holidays. I've done them before with pictures of my kids or the nieces. You can do a fun quote, or I've done these pet-related ones, with whether it's pictures or also phrases. So really anything that you can think up, you can put on the coaster. Today I went ahead and printed out images of the Outstanding Ohio logo with a red border, and I'm going to be using those. So you can buy the small white tiles at any of the home improvement stores. They're usually really cheap, like 15 or 20 cents a piece. I do recommend getting the 4 1/4 inch ones. These ones are just shy of 4 inches. The reason I say the 4 1/4 inch ones are, I like to get the pictures printed out at Walgreens, and they have a 4 inch by 4 inch size. They usually have some kind of promotion going. If you look on the top of their website, they'll tell you the coupon code right there. Get them for 15, 20 cents, something like that. But I do like having the little white border around the picture. It gives you just a little space to play with there. And so if your picture is 4 inches and your tile's 4 1/4 inches, then you get that little border. These, because these are just shy, this happened to be what I had on hand, these are just shy of 4 inches. The pictures were 4, so I had to trim off the edges a little bit so that they'll fit on there. Okay, so get your pictures printed, buy your coasters, then you're going to need some Mod Podge. You can use either any kind. I have a gloss and a matte here. I think I'm going to use the matte today. You know what, maybe I'll use the gloss. The pictures are glossy, maybe we'll use the gloss. Doesn't really matter though. And you're going to get a foam brush and put it on the back of your picture. Just a nice even coat. And then you're going to place the picture in the middle of the tile. If you want to get a credit card or something, this is an old Chuck E. Cheese card, to kind of smooth it out, you can do that. Getting it centered there. Okay, so now we've got that on the tile. So you're going to do all 4. Kind of works out well to do the set of 4, because you can, while the first one's drying, you're working on the other ones, and by the time you get back to the first one, it's usually pretty close to being ready for the next step, because this requires a lot of layers. And so if you didn't do more than one, you would just have to wait a bit in between steps. Okay, so now I've done that. I'm going to go back to the first one, and I'm going to apply a coat of Mod Podge on top of the picture. You want to go all in one direction. You want to make it a pretty thick but even coat. It doesn't need to be like real goopy, but it doesn't have to be super light. And you want to make sure you get the edges of the tile as well. And I do recommend choosing a direction and going all in that same direction. So whether it's up and down or left and right. The next one, you're just going to put that coat on, up and down. I don't know if you can see this, probably not. But you do want to make it somewhat smooth. It will dry clear, but you'll see kind of some of the lines from the Mod Podge. You can do this with pictures printed out on like printer paper, but sometimes the paper doesn't hold up that well under the Mod Podge. It's a little bit trickier. than using pictures that are printed on photo paper. So I found it's easiest to do the photo paper ones. Okay, so I've put the Mod Podge on the top of all of them. This is not quite dry yet, so I'm gonna let those sit for a minute while I work on another step, which is the felt. It's a good idea to put something on the bottom of the coasters so that they don't scratch your surface. You could use like some of those little foam dot things that are made to go like on the bottom of a chair, or if you want to, you can cut out some felt. You can use any color you want. I figured red would be fun with the Outstanding Ohio theme. So you can put your tile on there and just trace it with a pencil so that you can see how big you need to make it. And you're gonna need to cut one for each coaster that you're making. So I'm gonna cut 4. And I'm gonna cut just inside of the lines just so they're a little bit smaller than the tracing so they're not hanging off of the edges too much. Hopefully that'll work. Yep, that'll be perfect. Okay, so I've got these ready to go. I am going to see. These are still not quite dry. You want them to be pretty much dry to the touch before you do the next coat. So I'm gonna let these dry for a few more minutes before I do that. Okay, so they're dry to the touch now. I'm gonna go ahead and add a second coat just right on top of the first, same direction as the first. And again, you wanna do it nice and even. Smooth it out. Keep those lines going nice. I don't know if you can see that. And then just do all 4 of them again. And you're going to do this then one more time as well. So you want 3 coats of Mod Podge on top of the coasters. And it's best if you have the patience to wait for them to dry in between coats. So after you've gotten 3 coats on there and it's fairly dry, I suggest doing a finishing coat with a spray. I have this Krylon low odor clear finish permanent protective coating. You want to make sure that it's clear. This one's matte, but there's other products out there. You can get them at like Home Depot and stuff. That way it'll just seal it in, and it should protect your coaster from your hot and cold beverages. And it's probably best after you spray it to add the felt to the bottom, but if you want to, you can do that first and just try to make sure the spray doesn't get everywhere. I'd use tacky glue for that, just a craft glue, and spread it all around, particularly the edges of it. The bottom of the tiles are usually not even, so you want to make sure the glue can go up kind of into all the crevices. I'm just going to spread it around a little bit here in the middle. And then if you have a popsicle stick, or again like an old credit card or something, you can spread it out a little bit so that it's not bumpy. And then go ahead and put that on the back of your coaster and just push it in real good. And you'll have a nice protective coating on the bottom. You can do that up for all 4, and then you'll have a nice set of coasters. You can wrap them up with a nice bow. It makes a great gift for the grandparents or really anybody. And if you would like to own this set of 4 Outstanding Ohio coasters, you can put your email address in the comments and I will pick somebody to win them. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy this. Have a great day.